Birmingham, Alabama, 1963. It was the most racist, most segregated city in the South. On April 12, 1963, Martin Luther King left his room at the Gaston Motel and walked 2 blocks to the 16th Street Baptist Church, where a gathering of protesters joined him for a march on City Hall. He had targeted Birmingham as the site for mass demonstrations against segregation, but the masses had failed to materialize, and King decided to go to jail himself. The nation watched quietly as King was placed in solitary confinement. 1963 would mark Dr. King's lowest point as leader of the civil rights movement. It had been 8 long years since his only major victory with Rosa Parks and the Montgomery bus boycott.
When I first met Dr. King, the mission he was embarking on was completely unknown to him. He hadn't the foggiest idea where it would lead, and certainly going to Birmingham was a choice of enormous consequence. It was a battlefield where the movement could sink or swim.
Birmingham, to be perfectly honest, was a grim place through the eyes of African Americans.
It was the most rigid, the most violent, the most vicious.
It was the biggest and baddest city in the South. We nicknamed it Birmingham.
Frankly, compared to other places, there's no racial unrest in Birmingham.
There'd been 60 unsolved bombings in Birmingham, and the local police had never arrested a soul.
The Ku Klux Klan was big in Birmingham, all through the police department and up into City Hall.
Life in Birmingham, as far as I'm concerned, is hell.
As a kid, I always wanted to eat at Newberry's downtown, and I always wanted a big hamburger plate. Always. We couldn't have that.
I went downtown to the Newberry's, and I was so happy because I could sit on the little black stools that twirled and order me a hot dog with everything on it.
I'm not going to integrate.
Instead of serving me, they called in the police.
You've got to keep the white and the black separate.
I never could understand why white people hated us. As a kid, I just felt like they thought some of the black would rub off on them, you know.
Well, Birmingham is a symbol of hardcore resistance to integration.
I always worked under this philosophy. You can never whip these boys if you don't keep you and them separate.
The good people of Birmingham had put Bull Connor in office 7 times.
Bull Connor. Mr. Bull Connor was the monster.
His title was Commissioner of Public Safety, and his mission was to keep the streets safe for white people.
When the children were in jail, the people were pulling them. Dr. King, my daughter in jail. Dr. King, my son in jail. Dr. King, what are we going to do? I mean, parents just all around him talking about their children in jail. Just as calm, just as nice.
Don't worry about your children. They are going to be all right. Don't hold them back if they want to go to jail. For they are doing a job for all of America and for all mankind.
My father told me I could not be part of that movement. I had better not go back downtown. He didn't tell me I couldn't go back to church, which is where it all started in the first place, right?
Well, in that church, I'd have 2 Birmingham detectives. Well, we had a microphone. We didn't tell them that. You've got to know what the other guy's doing if you're going to whip him.
Listen up, brothers and sisters. If today was D-Day, tomorrow will be double D-Day.
By day 2, the word was out, and more than 3,000 spectators converged on the church to watch. But no one could have imagined what they were about to see.
When we got to the park, police was lined up.
They were marching. Got ready. Oh, good Lord, I scared to death. And then the officers gave the order to open up.
They aimed for your head to knock you down. And that water had pressure behind it. It hurt.
During the meeting the day before, they had told us the policeman might hit you, the policeman might have dogs, they might spit on you, they might kick you. But I remember thinking that no one said anything about water hoses.
You could see that the first blast of water dispersed the crowds. But when the water subsided, there were 10 kids still standing. And they were singing one word over and over.